You get good news. You're excited, and you notice something shift. Their smile doesn't reach their eyes. Their congratulations sound rehearsed. Their body language tightens. And in that moment, you realize they don't want you to succeed. They're happy you're failing. But they're hiding it behind words that say the right things. Here's what psychology reveals. Some people are genuinely threatened by your success, not because of anything you did, but because your success highlights their stagnation, and they'll smile and support you while silently hoping you fall. Here are 5 types of people who love when you fail, but hide it behind smiles. First, the secretly envious. They envy you, not in a mild way, in a deep, consuming way that affects how they relate to you. Psychologist Dr. Melanie Killen's research on envy shows that when people envy you, they experience your success as their failure. Your win doesn't feel like your win. It feels like evidence that you matter more, have more, or are more than they are. Here's what happens. You tell them your news. They're genuinely upset, but they can't show it, so they perform support. They congratulate you while internally experiencing rage, despair, or shame. Dr. Richard Smith's research on envy shows that envious people experience what he calls painful comparison. They literally hurt when comparing themselves to others, especially people they know. What drives this? Insecurity. They measure their worth against yours. Your success threatens their self-concept, so they can't celebrate it. But they also can't say they're unhappy about it. That would expose the envy. Second, the competitor who needs to win. For them, relationships are competitions. Your win is their loss. Your success means they're behind, and that's unbearable. Psychologist Dr. Abraham Tesser's self-evaluation maintenance theory shows that people close to you who are competitive often undermine your success if your success threatens their relative standing. Here's the psychology. In competitive people, the fundamental operating system is ranking. Who's winning? Who's better? For these people, your success moving you above them in the ranking is a genuine threat. Research by Dr. Amy Cuddy shows that people with dominance-oriented personalities experience others' achievements as personal defeats. What they do, they smile and congratulate you while simultaneously subtly undermining your achievement. That's great, but it's not as big as Congratulations, but you know this is temporary, right? That's wonderful. But are you prepared for how hard it gets? They're performing support while planting seeds of doubt. Dr. Robert Cialdini's research on social proof shows that people listen to authority figures' subtle undermining more than to explicit criticism. Third, the insecure person who needs you struggling. They need you to be less than them, not just equal, less. Because if you're doing well, you might leave. If you're successful, you might realize you don't need them. If you're thriving, you might see how little they have to offer. Psychologist Dr. Harriet Lerner's research on insecurity shows that insecure people often unconsciously try to keep people struggling as a way to maintain a relationship. Here's what happens. You're doing well, they unconsciously feel threatened, they need you to struggle again. So they matter to you, they perform support while secretly hoping you fail. Dr. John Bowlby's attachment research shows that people with anxious attachment sometimes sabotage partner success as a way to ensure the partner stays dependent. What this looks like, they congratulate you but then make jokes about your failure. They support your goals but express doubt about your ability. They want you to succeed but seem relieved when you struggle. Research by Dr. Mel Robbins shows that insecure people often engage in what she calls reassurance seeking to others' struggle. They feel needed when you're struggling and invisible when you're thriving. Fourth, the status protector. They get status or identity from having you need them or from being the successful one in a relationship. You were the struggling one who needed their help. That gave them purpose. Now you're succeeding and you don't need them anymore, and that threatens their entire identity. Psychologist Dr. Albert Bandura's research on self-efficacy shows that people who derive identity from helping others often struggle when the person they help becomes independent. Here's the dynamic. The helper role was their primary source of self-worth. You were the project. Your success completes the project and makes the helper no longer needed. Research by Dr. Carol Dweck shows that people with fixed identities, I am the helper, I am the strong one, struggle when circumstances change. What happens? They celebrate your success while communicating subtly that you couldn't have done it without them. I'm so proud of the support I gave you. I'm happy it worked out the way I predicted. Remember when you couldn't do this and I helped you? They're trying to maintain their status as the essential helper even as you become independent. Dr. Harriet Lerner's research shows that people who need to be needed often undermine independence in the people they've helped. Fifth, the secretly happy saboteur. They're not just hiding their unhappiness about your success. They're actively working against it, but they do it with a smile. Psychologist Dr. George Simon's research on manipulation shows that some people are consciously or unconsciously sabotaging others while appearing supportive. Here's what they do. They subtly undermine. They share your news in a way that minimizes it. They introduce doubt right when you need confidence. They bring up past failures at moments of success. They overload you with warnings disguised as concern. They create stress or conflict right when you need focus. And they do it all while appearing supportive. Dr. Robin Stern's research on relational aggression shows that some people are skilled at appearing kind while actually harming. What drives this? Sometimes it's envy. Sometimes it's competition. Sometimes it's insecurity. So if you notice someone's smile doesn't match their eyes when you succeed, trust your instinct. They might love you, but they don't love your success. And you deserve people around you who celebrate all of you, including your wins. Don't shrink your success for people who can't handle your growing.